SU. My name is Prynce, and we are on the Star Connect. Of course, it's me in the house. So come, take a peek in my life. Prynce is a lot of things, but I've settled to be a filmmaker now. Apart from agriculture as business, I do film. I'm a father, I'm a married man, I have a wife and children, I'm a brother, I'm an uncle, I'm a nephew, I'm a niece, come on, just like any other ordinary man. But I mean, I'm just a simple guy who likes telling stories. Music, huh? I don't think I have a first memory of music because music came natural. I mean, I believe my mom should have listened to a lot of music when she was pregnant with me, because for me music came a natural thing. And but most part of music I did was the dancing part. I sang less. It's only in the teenage years I used to make noise in the shower and convince myself I'm singing. But as I grew up, I realized it's a whole different ball game. But yeah, I love singing in the shower till today. So if I'm not singing, I actually have a boombox in the shower playing. So for me, music is so close to my heart. It actually gives me equilibrium in life. When I'm stressed, I listen to music. When I'm working out, I listen to music. When I'm happy, I listen to music. So music for me is my center. I don't recall my first connection with music, but I know that music has been in my life throughout. Picture this. I grew up in an army barracks where like there's 10,000 unipods next to each other and everyone has a radio. And everyone had to play their cassette, So you can imagine the kind of music I grew up in. And the beauty is, there was like, okay, off the top of my head, there were like maybe 5 artists that everybody played in the barracks. So if somebody's not listening to Pat Shange, they're listening to Lucky Dube. If they're not listening to Lucky Dube, they're listening to Chaka Chaka. If not that, they're listening to Aziz. There was a very famous Kenyan musician called Aziz Abdul. His tapes were everywhere. If not that, they were listening to some Pepe Kale, So yeah, so I remember so much music around me. My dad was so much a fan of country music and reggae. So our house had a lot of country music and reggae. And for me, country music stole my heart. So I always describe myself as the hip hop boy with a country attitude. So because in my teenage years, I grew to love hip hop. The Tupacs, the Notorious B.I.G.'s, the Mazes, the Twisters, those guys for me brought hip hop in a different way. The Camerons, they made me love hip hop. But deep inside, I'm a country boy. I like this song. I think it's Eddie Yahweh and Nantongo, Jida Tuchigadi. That's a nice song. Why I like that song? I think the style is unique. The style is very unique. And the way Eddie Yahweh just blends in with his deep voice, and the bass, the instrumentalization was very nice. And I think it was a well-mastered song. I think that song is one of Uganda's songs that is underrated. It's a very good song. There are many. I thought when I first heard about neurosurgeons, I thought it was exciting. I wanted to be one. Matter of fact, actually, I remember being a child is exciting. I remember one time I hunted down a lizard and actually dissected it. And I remember injecting it susu, my own susu. So just trying to be, a neurosurgeon and stuff. So those are some of the crazy. And then after there, I thought about being something to do with aeronautics, a pilot or astronaut and stuff like that. And I almost suffocated myself because I remember putting on like a jug on my head and this toast. For people who are old enough to know toast, that tin of toast, transparent, which came with a detergent, I did a lot of crazy things. But my ultimate dream, in my mind, I built this idea after watching a very famous TV series those days called Texas. And I convinced myself one day, as an old man, I'll retire to drive in those trucks. So, I've grown up having these crazy career ideas. So, yeah. You think that's the craziest thing I've done? Splitting a lizard? No. Now, I think for me, it's a fond memory in a certain way. I think the craziest thing I've done, because when I tell people this, they cringe. The craziest thing I've done is to keep a human bone as a weapon. I used to have this femur, like the human. You know how the barracks is. We used to have. There's a designated area where all the latrines were, which was also next to our garden. So one day we were digging, me and my brother, and then for him, he dug out like a heart full of bullets. Yeah, somebody had tied them together and buried them. And then as he's excited, me as I'm digging, I dig out a bone. And it was long and nice, the head, and this side also there's a head. I was like, yo, this is a nice weapon. Funny thing is, I kept that thing secret from my mom for a very long time until she found it under my bed. And so I think that's one of the craziest things. But it was an innocent thing, because we used to like beating stray dogs, yeah? So we needed weapons, you know? So and sometimes we'd have street fights with like people from, because we used to have territories in the beach in Entebbe. So from here to here is our beach. You guys do not. So we used to have. So we needed weapons. People had nice sticks. What I used to admire them, and me I couldn't have. When I dug up that bone, the idea came: light bulb. This is a weapon. So I think that's one of the craziest things I've ever done, Rick. My other song would be Kakis by Khalid Vamia. It is heartful, like he poured his heart into making this song. It's so beautiful. Like, oh guys, I don't know. I'm even lost of words. That's a very, very nice song. My brother came up with this idea that if you can blow air in a container or in a cavera and it stays there, that means you can trap sound. So we try to trap sound. Like he said, if you can shout hard enough and trap it fast enough, you can burst it somebody's ears and the sound will come out. So we tried that thing like for the longest time. And then he had always had these stupid obsessions. Then one day he did something really crazy. He took the cavera from the mouth. He instead farted in it. And the time he broke it in my face, now that one worked, but the sound thing didn't work. So you can imagine the family I come from, crazy people, yeah. I'm trying to remember the craziest things I've done on a date. On a date, I don't remember anything crazy. For love, yeah, I've done a lot of crazy things. The craziest thing, I would say it's crazy. It's dumb and stupid. I think I ended up in jail for love, you know. Actually, interestingly, I don't even remember what was on the charge sheet. I don't remember the entire story very vividly because the girl even left me after. She told me I love her too much, so she left me. No, that was one of the craziest answers I've ever got for a breakup. That, man, you love me too much, let me go. I was just arrested in the night because, love can make you do things. So I'd gone to help out my girlfriend. She was sick. And I think around that time of Chogam, and there was something about some sort of curfew, yeah? And of course, I knew about it, but I was like, no, come on, I have to do this. And then at about 8, I was arrested, walking alone on the street, and I ended up in jail. I don't remember telling her about that story. I only told my dad, and then my dad came to the police cell, and then he told me some of the craziest but most important words I've had in my life. He told me, I have the capacity to get you out of here. I am not going to get you out of here. You have to sleep here. I'm coming for you tomorrow. Then he went ahead and told me, you have to learn in this life as a man. You can end up in one of these 3 places. Jail, hospital. You can guess the third one. No, he just told me that. Apart from home, jail and hospital are expected part of life. So he says 3 places, home, jail and hospital, don't be scared. So he gave me a lesson. I spent the night there. I think one of them might be the story of how I got in Queen of Katwe. Because I went for auditions and told me, no, you don't fit the role. You look like a superhero. And then when the director saw the tape, she invited me for another audition. And then I went back, and the producer still said, no, this guy is, like Captain America. We can't put him in Queen of Katwe. And then eventually I get a tiny role like that. And I told the director, it's okay, I can do it. And then when they went and did the rough cut, they came back with another part for me after the whole movie was done. So they came back and were to shoot another part. So I thought that was very interesting. And it was a bit shocking to me because in the beginning I was actually rejected. Mbido. I don't care what Eddie Kenzo thinks. I don't care what other Ugandans think. I think that is, for me, Eddie Kenzo's masterpiece. Because if you listen to that song carefully, the way it was done, the mastering, the layers of instruments, and then there's some melody that is very rare that he gave it when he was singing it, that is unlike any other songs of his. I think for me that was a very nice song from Eddie Kenzo, his best to me. I know other people who choose other songs. Or I think for me, my top 2 songs of Eddie Kenzo are that and Stamina. But that one, Mbido, I saw into that people don't like around. No, I think I know it. I'm so into my personal space sometimes that I switch off the entire world. Like I can sit there and you can make the loudest noise, you can do whatever you do, but it will not even get my attention. And now I've learned that if I need to get to that space, I need to walk away and go to the forest, not be around people. But I usually, sometimes it will just happen even in, like, we just hear like, yeah, and then all of a sudden, and you'd never get my attention. I can even be staring at you. You can do all things and I'll never even give you a single sign that I'm paying attention to you. She does. She's very supportive, and actually that in the beginning was a problem for her. She didn't understand how I can be like that. Yeah, but yes, now that we've grown, to learn each other more, we all support each other's strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, now I go listen to those songs because many times it's triggered by deep thought about something, anxiety, worry, and stuff like that. And of late, I think the past maybe 4 or 5 years, I've not been in that, anxiety moment, stress and all that. So it's all good. She's been of great help. And also the kids, the kids are all over, and those ones you can't, they tickle you here, they scratch you here. And another beautiful song I love is Dufla and Cindy, the remix. You know the song. Why I love that song is the mastering of that song. If you listen to that song on a very good headphone or very good surround sound system, you will feel that song. The mastering, I can't compare to any other song. In Uganda especially, I can't compare that mastering to any other song. So it has all the qualities of a very good mixing and mastering. I love it. I love that song for that reason. And the funny thing is, actually I told my wife that and she asked me, so can you sing the song? No, the funny thing is I can't sing everything. I don't even know some of the words in the middle there, but I listen to that song like day in, day out. For me, the most interesting moment in my career is walking in a hotel lobby and Forrest Whitaker recognizes me and says, "You're that dude from that movie. You're a very good actor." He shakes my hand. He even invites me to go with him. We went to his press conference, then went to the gym. In the end, I even flew in his jet. So for me, that was, he's actually the one also who handed me the accolade because he was one of the judges, and he was like, "I'm proud of you." That for me gave me a lot of energy. That it was in Lagos, that I will never forget. That's the most interesting for me. And the funny thing is, I was in my suit, I fell in a trench, I dozed off, got out and walked home.